Your trading addiction isn't what you think it is. How your need to be right is costing you. For years, I told myself I was addicted to trading. The rush of a winning trade, the thrill of the market's volatility, I craved it all. I'd spend hours glued to my screens, chasing that next high. But I was lying to myself. I wasn't addicted to trading. I was addicted to being right. I am not a financial advisor. The following content is based on my personal experiences and is for educational and introspective purposes only. The ideas presented are not an endorsement of any particular trading strategy and should not be considered financial advice. The desire to win is a powerful motivator. It's what drives us to succeed in all aspects of life. But in trading, that drive can become a dangerous obsession. We start to conflate our intelligence with our account balance. A winning trade validates our brilliance. A losing trade is a personal insult. We're not just placing bets on charts, we're betting on our own egos. And when that's the game you're playing, the market will always win. I will never forget that one trade. It was a seemingly simple short on a tech stock, and everything in my trading plan screamed at me to get out. The price action was shifting, the volume was fading, and a wave of bullish sentiment was washing over the market. But I ignored it all. I didn't hold on because my analysis was sound. I held on because my ego was on the line. I was convinced the market was wrong, and my conviction wasn't based on charts, it was based on a desperate need to be proven correct. I watched in disbelief as the price moved against me, inch by agonizing inch. The feeling wasn't fear of losing money, it was a defiant, stubborn certainty that the market would eventually correct itself. It was the feeling of a poker player who's gone all in, convinced the opponent is bluffing, only to see the winning hand laid on the table. The real punch in the gut wasn't about the money. It was about the utter humiliation of my ego being exposed. In that devastating moment, the true cost of my obsession became clear. I hadn't just lost a trade, I had lost a battle with myself. I was no longer trading the market. I was trading my own self-worth. A winning trade isn't just about the money landing in your account. It's a powerful psychological event. When the market moves in your favor, your brain gets a hit of dopamine, a powerful chemical signal that says, you're smart. You made the right call. The market has just validated your intelligence, and that feeling is incredibly addictive. It creates a powerful feedback loop, a craving for that same high. We start chasing that feeling of superiority, and the financial gain becomes a secondary prize to the primary reward of being right. This is where the insidious force of cognitive dissonance takes hold. This is the psychological discomfort of holding two conflicting beliefs at the same time. The market is telling you your trade is failing, but your ego is telling you your analysis is flawless. This creates an intense internal conflict, and it's far easier for the mind to justify a bad trade, to find a reason why the market is wrong, than it is to face the painful reality that you made a mistake. The real addiction, then, isn't to the thrill of trading or the pursuit of wealth. It's to the feeling of superiority that being right provides. It's a relentless cycle of seeking validation from the charts, and every loss isn't just a financial setback, it's a direct assault on our sense of self. The path to recovery wasn't found in a new indicator or a different chart pattern. It was found in a radical shift of mindset. I had to stop trying to win the argument with the market and start focusing on something entirely different: my own discipline. The goal was no longer about being right. The new mission was to detach my ego from the outcome of every trade. Success wasn't a winning trade, it was simply adhering to my plan, regardless of whether it led to a profit or a loss. This is where the simple act of journaling transformed my trading. It wasn't just for tracking numbers anymore, it became a mirror for my mind. I began asking myself critical questions for every trade. What was my emotional state when I entered this position? Was I feeling confident, or was I trying to win back a recent loss? Was I seeking validation, or was I simply following my plan? The ultimate lesson is humility. The market is the final, brutal judge, and it doesn't care about our feelings, our egos, or our need to be right. True strength isn't about winning every battle, it's about having the discipline to admit when you're wrong and the courage to move on without emotional attachment. The moment I stopped fighting the market and let go of the need to be right, everything changed. The frantic energy that once consumed me evaporated, replaced by a deep, quiet focus. Trading was no longer a battle for my ego, it became a meditative practice in discipline. I wasn't just placing trades based on what I thought should happen. I was simply executing a plan, with a detached clarity that allowed me to accept both wins and losses as mere data points in a larger process. The most profound lesson I learned was that this wasn't just about becoming a better trader. It was about becoming a better person. The emotional control and humility required to master the charts began to spill over into every other area of my life. I was able to accept failure, learn from mistakes, and let go of the need for constant external validation. So, if you feel addicted to trading, look deeper. Your addiction isn't to the screens or the money. It's to the illusion of control, the endless chase to prove you're right. Let go of that need, and you'll find the freedom to truly win. We don't get addicted to trading, we get addicted to the high of being right. The true freedom isn't found in winning every trade, but in the humility to accept every loss. This quote encapsulates the core idea of the video that the addiction isn't to the act of trading itself, but to the ego-driven validation of being correct. It shifts the focus from an external outcome profit to an internal virtue humility, which is the key to breaking the cycle. If you found yourself nodding along with these thoughts, I'd love to hear your story. What's the biggest lesson your ego taught you in the markets? Share your experience in the comments below.